Now, accused number one in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, Muzi Sibiya, has denied having any knowledge of the murder of the soccer star or any interaction with his co-accused in the period leading up to the shooting. Sibiya is continuing his cross-examination in the Pretoria High Court. Sibiya, along with 4 co-accused, faces charges related to the 2014 shooting of the Bafana Bafana captain in Vosloorus. Mnisi is tracking the story for us and joins us now live. Proceedings have come for today, at least, to an end. Take us through, if you will, Linda, what transpired today.
Yeah, indeed, Bravi, you'd recall that Muzi Sibiya is still on the stand taking questions from the state, but the proceedings today kicked off with Advocate Zandile Mshololo, who's representing the alleged coordinator in this case. And her questions really were centered around whether or not Muzi Sibiya knows or would have known of any planning that took place back in 2014 as alleged by the state to kill Senzo Meyiwa, and Muzi Sibiya telling the court that he in fact did not know of any planning. That is quite important, Vuyo, because you'd recall that in the indictment, Advocate Zandile Mshololo actually refers to a prayer by the prosecution that if the accused are convicted, then the court should sentence them accordingly for premeditated murder. And what you're looking at there is life behind bars. But the state also kicking off its cross-examination today, looking at the 2019 arrest and whether or not Muzi was there when discussions were held between police officers. He claimed to have been in Chlorocop and taken to Chlorocop, where a number of police officers, including one who has since turned state witness, Constable Sizwe Zungu, was present, but the state highlighting a number of factors, saying they point to the fact that he was not there and that the 2 witnesses, that's one of the officers that was in that meeting, as well as Constable Sizwe Zungu, both did not count him when they counted the officers that were in that particular meeting. And after lunch, he then goes into the issue around relationships, how Muzi Sibiya relates to his co-accused, but also some of the state witnesses. You'd recall that there was evidence before this court that the police or the investigators got a breakthrough in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa through a statement that was deposed by the father of Constable Sizwe Zungu. That's where the names of Muzi Sibiya as well as Bongani Ntanzi came from, and police then followed leads. Absalom Zungu is the father of Constable Sizwe Zungu, who said the accused persons were at the Vosloorus hostel on the day of the murder. Now, Muzi was questioned about whether or not he knows the father, and he says he knows Constable Sizwe Zungu's father, that's Absalom Zungu. He's known him since he was a little boy back in the villages. This is a man who had a daycare center, essentially, but he denies having known, his son, and that is Constable Sizwe Zungu, saying that he only met him back in 2017 and got to really know him in 2019. But the state bringing out calls that they say happened between Muzi Sibiya as well as Constable Sizwe Zungu. Take a listen.
Now, on the 1st of September 2019 at 17:34 and 59 minutes, Constable Zungu, using the number, he tried to call you on your number.
I've never made contact with Zungu. There was never a person who contacted me on my phone and said that he was Zungu.
Then on the same day, the 1st of September 2019 at 17:43 and 14 seconds, there's an outgoing call from your number. On the 1st of September 2019, 17:43:14, after he failed to get hold of you, and the duration of the call is 269 seconds.
I hear that you say that Zungu's number is there. but there was never a time when someone called me and that person introduced himself to me as Zungu.
Then on the 19th of November 2019 at 16:38 and 48 seconds, your number 079 sent a PCM, so please call me, to the number of Constable Zungu. The number is 0769.
I do not recall sending a please call me to this number, and I would also like that you please verify and check whether indeed this number belonged to Zungu, if there was so much contact between myself and this number, if indeed it belonged to Zungu.
Alleged lookout man Muzi Sibiya returns to the stand tomorrow at David to face further cross-examination by the state.
Mnisi, who of course is keeping an eye on the Senzo Meyiwa trial for us.